Okay, I'm starting the trail to Corona Arch. It says it's 1.5 miles one way. This one's for you, babe. I'm going to Corona Arch. And this is my best hiking attire. See at the top.
This sign says that there's no roped activities allowed at Corona Arch, like rope swings, slack lines, bungee jumping, all those types of things.
Gotta do a little railroad crossing here. Seems totally safe, right? Nothing to it. Check out this view along the trail. It's all beautiful. So I'll tell you now about the Corona Arch. They had a lot of people doing bungee jumping off of it and slack line and big rope swings. So I don't know if anyone got hurt or if they were just damaging the rocks. But a few years ago, it was all over YouTube and that. And I feel like there was even commercials, Mountain Dew commercials or something, I can't remember. But I was thinking the Corona people should make a commercial over here, Corona Arch. Seems like a no-brainer. So, we'll be there soon. I just turned the corner and saw it. So, we'll get a little closer. And bow tie arch. Easy walk so far. I've got to get over there a little closer. I can see people under it, so I know you can get a lot closer. I'll be there in a minute. Here it is up close. It's got to be 150 feet. So, yeah, I'm sure people were getting hurt up there, climbing it and doing stuff on it, but pretty awesome. And then check out that view. Okay, heading back. It was 30 minutes and 1 mile, so not bad at all. Pretty popular, so just know that you have to wait to take a picture, but it was worth it. It was cool. Parking was easy, the hike was easy, and the view was awesome. So I'm gonna get back to the truck, go get some dinner at a barbecue place, and call it a night. See ya. And we're back. Good morning. It's what day is it? Thursday. So it's my third day in Moab, third morning. Just got up and left camp at 7 a.m. Time to head home. But on my way out, I've got 2 hikes I'm going to stop and do. I'm going to do Deadhorse Point and Mesa Arch in Canyonlands. I think I'm going to the Islands in the Sky district. So it's right off of the Highway 191 on my way out of town. So I'm going to slip over and do those. And then got to get back home to real life. So I'll show you these 2 on the way out of town. I think they're going to be pretty cool. I'm excited. Okay, see you in a minute. I stopped at Wicked Brew for a cappuccino. Check this little guy out. They gave me a chocolate coffee bean. So I'll let you know how that is. I have entered Deadhorse State Park. I guess I didn't realize it was a separate park from Canyonlands, but there will be another entrance fee to get into this park, and I'm on the road currently to take me out to Deadhorse Point. Oh, doesn't look like anything's open. I only see 2 cars. We'll check it out anyway. Okay, I just got to the Deadhorse Point overlook. There's a short trail out to it, it looks like. You can see right there's where we are, Overlook Point. So, short drive once you get inside the park. And the story about Deadhorse Point is that the cowboys would chase the wild mustangs to this point, and then they had control to corral them and keep them. We're going to walk out and get a little closer. Well, it's time to get back home. My time in Canyonlands and Moab has come to an end. Got to get back to life. But it was a fun little getaway. I'm glad I was able to slip down there. I love Moab. It had been a few years since I had gotten down there, so it's kind of crazy to see it grow like it has over the past 15 years or so. It used to be a little sleepy town, but I guess that's the way it goes. Okay, well, thanks for coming along, and we'll start planning the next trip. I've got a big one in the fall. I'm excited for this one coming up. It's well, I'll tell you more later. So, peace. Hello again. I'm back from my Canyonlands and Moab trip. I got back yesterday, so I'm just getting caught up on finalizing the videos, but I wanted to summarize the hikes I did: Corona Arch and Deadhorse Point. So I broke this trip up into 3 videos, so it's not too daunting to watch. I don't want to make you crazy, bore you. But Corona Arch and Deadhorse Point were 2 that I did on this trip. They were both cool in their own way. I'd heard a lot about Corona Arch in the past, and you'll see in my video that it was popular a few years ago for like extreme sports. People were bungee jumping off of it and just doing wild stuff out there. Now there's signs and placards saying none of that is allowed for whatever reason. But it was cool. It was really cool. You've probably seen pictures of it. It's kind of an iconic arch for backdrops and pictures, and I even feel like it's been in commercials. But when you see the video, you'll probably recognize it. So to get there, I stayed at a campground called the Canyon Rim Campground, which is at the south end of Moab on 191. And so to get to Corona Arch, you have to go back north through 191. You'll cross over the river when you come into town, and then you turn left. So if you're going north on 191, you turn left onto Potash Road. And it's right where they're doing all the, I think they're excavating uranium tailings right there. I can't remember. I've heard different things, but anyway, big dig pile there. If you've been to Moab, you've seen it. So anyway, you turn on Potash Road, and Potash Road was really cool. I don't know how I'd never been out there all the times I've been to Moab, but along Potash Road goes along the river, and there's a lot of spots for rock climbers. You'll see a bunch of people pulled over rock climbing, just because there's some flat faces there and all different levels, look like anyway, difficulty levels. There's river access for rafters and camp spots, and just a lot of, I don't know, it was really cool out there. And you're getting out of the city there too, so it's quiet. So Potash Road, it was pretty fun. And that's how you get out to the Corona Arch trailhead. It's probably, once you turn on to Potash, it's probably 20 minutes. And you can't miss it. The trailhead is well marked, and it's very popular. Huge parking lot, bathrooms, and all that. So I knew that was going to be a short hike, and I'd already done another hike in the day. I did Druid Arch earlier. So this was an evening hike for me. I started around 5-ish. So evening sun was out, but it was a nice night. It was high 70s, and I was feeling good still. So right out of the parking lot, you take off and you climb up to the trail, and it's probably 250 feet climb. So nothing crazy. And then once you're up there, it's easy. So a couple switchbacks to get up to the level spot. And then, yeah, you just follow. They've got a green spray paint mark. I think it was green. Marking the trail all the way out there. And then at any splits, because there's a couple different ways to go, at any splits, there's signs. So it's easy to follow. And I think it was like 1.2 one way. And there is one spot where you have to hold on to chains going up the rock, the sandstone. But once you get out there, there's Corona Arch and then Bow Tie Arch, and they're right by one another. So it was really cool to see 2 of them that close. Corona Arch is just cool because it's the way it's situated. You can see the sky through it from a distance, right? You turn a corner and you can just see it out there. So that was pretty cool. And it's just massive. Like once you get up there, it's hard to even judge how tall it is. But well worth it. And like I said, it's a short one. So if you're just trying to fill some time, or you've been busy all day and you don't want to go out for another big hike, that's a good one. I bet the night, like the sunset, would be cool out there. That'd be pretty fun. And then Bow Tie Arch it's a smaller one, but it's cool also. So getting out there and seeing the 2 of them, that was fun. I think it took me 30 minutes, and I saw kids and elderly and all different levels. So anybody can do that one. So yeah, sat out there for a minute, took some photos, looked all around it, and then made my way back to the truck. So another 30 minutes probably, maybe less, because I was just kind of head down and hustling back because it was getting late and I was hungry. And that's when I got back to my truck, and on the way back to camp, I found that barbecue place that I'll show you, Blue Pig Barbecue at the south end of Moab. So that was cool. I'd been there before with Austin. I'd eaten there a long time ago. So that was a good meal after a long day. I think I put in, what'd I do? 11, 12, probably 13 miles that day. And, you know, the last half of the day was all exposed to the sun. So I was done for the day. But yeah, I'd give Corona Arch, I don't know, I'd give it an 8 just because it was easy. It was cool once you got out there. It was well marked. I think it's iconic. So all in all, I thought it was really fun. Give it an 8. And so then I'll combine this one with Dead Horse Point, although I did Dead Horse Point on another day. I did it the following morning as I was leaving town. But I knew that I wanted to go out to Dead Horse Point. If you haven't heard of it, you've probably seen pictures and didn't know it. It's pretty iconic also because from the view, you look down and it's just like a big horseshoe down in this canyon. But it was awesome to get out there and learn the history behind it. And so I thought it was in Canyonlands. This is my own naivety, but it's its own state park. So you're going north on 191 out of Moab, and you turn on State Road 311 again, the one that took me to my bike trails, Mag 7. But you turn on 311 right by the Moab Giants dinosaur museum, and you take that road all the way out, and it's probably a half hour until you see the turn for Dead Horse State Park. And once I saw it was a state park, I realized it was its own park, just like it says. So be prepared to pay a different entry fee to get in there. So once you get to the pay station, then there's a visitor center right inside the park, probably a half mile, and then I don't know, a mile and a half to the end where Dead Horse Point Overlook is. But there's different stops along the way too, with all different views. So that was really cool. I'm glad I went out there. And again, that was a short one. I think if you did so if you can park at the end, there's a really nice facility there with some shade and a bathroom and all that. But if you park there, they have like a mile of paved or even just well manicured trail that you could walk and see different aspects and different views of the canyon, but also you get little history points at each one too on the placards. So it was cool to see all that. I didn't do the whole mile, but I did some of them and got pictures of all of them. And yeah, first of all, I love Southern Utah. And then that was really cool to kind of finalize my trip. It was a easy little fun one. And the views were just amazing. So again, anybody can do that one, and you can pretty much drive your car right to it. There's just a little bit of walking after you park at the end. So that's good for kids or elderly. And yeah, that was really fun. I was going to try to do Mesa Arch too, but I just ran out of time. I had commitments that I needed to get back for, so wasn't able to do that. But that wraps up the Dead Horse Point Trail and Corona Arch Trail. So like I said, this was a trip to Moab and Canyonlands that I made solo, and I just broke it up into 3 different videos so that it's more digestible, I guess, so that you don't get sick of me. But yeah, so that's it for that one. I'm thinking about some other hikes and some other ideas I've got, so I'll keep you posted on those. And then I've got a big hike that I won the lottery for in October.
I'll tell you more about, but that's going to be an awesome one too. So stay tuned and I'll show you more soon.